Is frequent masturbation the secret weapon against prostate cancer? What science really says will shock you. Ejaculating 21 times a month cuts prostate cancer risk by 33%. Before we dive in, hit that like, share, and subscribe button if you're curious about how your health is secretly shaped by your private habits. Got a take on today's topic? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We read every one of them. Masturbation could save your life? You probably clicked on this video thinking, wait, what? Masturbation prevents cancer? Sounds like clickbait, right? But hold that thought. We're not talking about conspiracy theories or online myths here. We're diving into peer-reviewed scientific research. So let me ask you something. If a simple and natural act you've probably been ashamed of could actually reduce your risk of one of the most common cancers in men, would you change your habits? Today, we're confronting an old taboo with new science. We'll explore how masturbation influences prostate health, what age makes a difference, and why too much, too soon might actually increase your cancer risk. The taboo that still won't die. Like this video and subscribe if you think myths deserve to be challenged with facts. Also, share your story in the comments. Were you taught that masturbation was bad or sinful? Let's be real, masturbation has been demonized for centuries. Blame religious institutions, pseudoscientific authors, and plain old ignorance. A pamphlet titled Onania, or the Heinous Sin of Self-Pollution, from 1712, launched a moral panic that still echoes today. Fast forward to the 21st century, and myths like it causes hairy palms or leads to madness still float around. But here's the truth. These myths were never based on science. They were tools of control. Now that we live in an age of information, it's time we replaced guilt with evidence. The data. Masturbation may lower prostate cancer risk. Hit that like button if you want more videos backed by hardcore science. Also, subscribe and turn on notifications to get updates as we bust more health myths. Let's start with a groundbreaking study. The Health Professionals Follow-Up Study. It tracked over 29,000 American men for 18 years. That's 222,426 person-years of data. The result? Men who ejaculated 21 or more times a month had a 33% lower risk of developing prostate cancer than those who did only 4 to 7 times. What's key here is this study's design. It's prospective and longitudinal, meaning it watches what happens over time instead of looking backward. This adds credibility to the association between ejaculation frequency and cancer risk. But why 21? And why does age matter? Keep watching. Why age changes everything. Smash that like if you've ever wondered how your habits in your 20s might impact your health in your 60s. Leave a comment with your thoughts. Is prevention in youth too early or just smart? The protective effect of ejaculation seems stronger in older men, particularly those over 50. This makes sense considering prostate cancer typically develops with age. The theory is that frequent ejaculation in later life helps clear the prostate of cellular debris and potential carcinogens. But in younger men, the picture gets more complicated. Some studies, like one published in the British Journal of Urology International in 2008, found that men who ejaculated frequently in their 20s had an increased risk of prostate cancer. The risk was elevated by 79% between ages 20 to 29 and by 69% between 30 to 39. Sounds scary, right? But don't panic just yet. There's more to the story. The science behind ejaculation and prostate health. Before we go deeper, show some love with a like and subscribe to keep health education alive. What's your theory on why ejaculation might help? Comment below. We'd love to feature your thoughts in future videos. Let's get technical. Why would ejaculation protect the prostate? One major theory is the prostate stagnation hypothesis. The prostate produces part of your semen. If semen isn't regularly released, waste byproducts, inflammatory agents, and even carcinogens might build up inside the gland. This stagnation could cause chronic inflammation, a known trigger for cancer development. Regular ejaculation acts like a plumbing system flush. It keeps the prostate clean and metabolically active, reducing inflammation and cellular stress. Sex counts too. The body doesn't care how ejaculation happens. Whether it's masturbation, intercourse, or even nocturnal emissions, the goal is the same. Release. New studies. Same message, different numbers. If you're surprised this topic is so well researched, like this video and hit subscribe for more deep dives. Got a study we should check out? Drop it in the comments. The CAP Life study, published in 2023, gives even more support. This case control study compared 456 men with prostate cancer to 427 without. It found that men who ejaculated just 4 or more times per month had a 58% lower risk of developing the disease. That's even more dramatic than the health professionals study, but there's a catch. The CAP Life study was retrospective, looking back in time, which is inherently weaker than a prospective design. Still, both studies point in the same direction. More ejaculation equals less cancer risk. But what about risks? The youth dilemma. Like this video if you think science should always question itself. And if you're under 30, what's your take on these conflicting findings? Comment below. We're listening. Let's revisit that 2008 study showing increased risk in men under 40. It's possible the risk isn't from masturbation itself, but from what comes with it. Increased sexual activity could also mean higher exposure to sexually transmitted infections, STIs. One major suspect? Human papillomavirus, HPV, a known cause of cervical and penile cancers. Could it also cause prostate cancer? Science is still figuring that out, but the possibility is real. Interestingly, studies on celibate Catholic priests showed they might have a lower incidence of prostate cancer, potentially because of reduced STI exposure, not because they avoided ejaculation altogether. Culture versus science. The bigger picture. Before we wrap up, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment about how culture shaped your view on masturbation. Let's break the silence together. Medicine doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's influenced by culture, religion, and personal biases. And that's why this topic is so tricky. It's personal. Masturbation isn't just biology, it's psychology, sociology, and sometimes even theology. But when the science is this consistent, it's time to shift the narrative. Regular ejaculation, whether through masturbation or not, is a natural, safe, and potentially protective part of male health, especially after 40. It's not a dirty habit. It might just be the cleanest thing you do for your body. Conclusion. What should you do next? Like what you've learned, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and tell us in the comments. Will this change how you think about masturbation? Let's recap the major takeaways. Regular ejaculation, especially after age 40, may reduce prostate cancer risk by up to 33% to 58%, depending on the study. Excessive ejaculation in youth may correlate with higher risk, but STI exposure could be a major confounding factor. The leading biological theory is that ejaculation flushes out harmful substances, reducing inflammation in the prostate. Cultural and religious taboos still cloud public understanding, but the science is becoming clearer with every decade. So if you're looking for a no-cost, low-effort way to protect your long-term health, science says it might be time to get a little more comfortable with yourself. Stay tuned for our upcoming video, Can HPV Cause Prostate Cancer? What They're Not Telling You. Coming soon. Until then, take care of your body, question everything, and never stop seeking the truth.